Anybody joins, because I felt like it was important for me to do a live today. I'm just gonna see if a couple people join. Thank you for everyone who just joined in. I just want to see if a couple more people join before I begin talking, because I probably won't talk for too long unless I go into a deep channel. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I just wanted to speak some words from my personal place of experience and really try to de-escalate everybody's overwhelming sensations and feelings and emotions. You know, what's happening in the world right now has never happened before, and that on one hand can feel terrifying and also amazing. I think that when you allow yourself to live in a multi-dimensional life existence, you're connected to different realms and dimensions, and you know that yes, you're in a human form, but you are also in so many other forms. It's important to know that so many things are happening all at once. Like, so many things are happening all at once. There's so much movement happening all at one time, and that it can be impossible to see everything that's happening all at once. Maybe on some level you can, but you know, like everything's happening in our body, all of our cells are moving, all of our organ systems are working together. We are breathing oxygen in and exhaling carbon dioxide. We are living on a planet that's a living being. There are so many different people and species. Then we live in a universe with all these other celestial bodies, and there are a lot of times happening all at once. So it's not just the here and you, it's also the here and us. And it's an important time to remember that everything isn't just about you or me. It's about all of us together, all things, all beings, all realms, all dimensions. We're all here together. And it's important to know that what's happening to us on an individual level is happening to the great collective, not just the collective on Earth, but the galactic collective, the galactic federation, like the whole galactic collective this is happening to. So a lot of things need to shift and change. I'm sure every one of us is aware that we have a lot of things that need to be shifted and a lot of systems that need to collapse. Like, you know, we're talking about like big business. We're talking about like corrupt governments. We're talking about child sex slavery rings. We're talking about factory farms. Like, all the things in humanity that are making things so painful for us, like all of those things need to crumble, and those are huge. These are huge things that are shifting. So yeah, I from my perspective right now, in this moment, on this day, because every day is changing a lot. Like 2020 is no fucking joke. You know, I've been like, man, 2020 is gonna be the year. It's gonna be one crazy year. Like, here comes 2020. It's an election year. But like, I mean, other than like the Sylvia Browne quote that people have seen, if you've seen that, no psychics really have like predicted this, like a pandemic, like a global like pandemic. Nobody really saw this coming at all. And within just a short amount of time, so much has changed. Like on Sunday, I was at the gym and I was like, okay, things are kind of weird, but I'm gonna still stay in my fitness. And then the next day, the gym's closed, and now everything's closing. And now it's like, when are we not gonna be able to leave our house? You know, like so many things are changing. There are really no answers. Nobody knows when it's gonna end. It's gonna end when it has to end, I guess, but it's also not really gonna end. It's also a start of something new, because there are a lot of things that are changing, and everything that we, you know, we're all like, here comes the revolution, the times of change. And like, I don't think people really understand what that means. Like when we're talking about like times of change and revolution, like we're talking about huge things shifting and life as we know it not being the same anymore. And that can be amazing, but it's also going to create some loss. So really taking care of your lungs is so important during this time. The lungs are the organ system paired with the large intestine. I studied Chinese medicine for many years. I am a licensed acupuncturist. I studied Chinese medicine. I went to graduate school for 4.5 years. I am a licensed and practicing acupuncturist. So like the Chinese medical system is very different than the Western medical system. And especially as we're talking about this virus coming from China, it's like whether it did or it didn't, like, I mean, I'm not here to like say yes and no to things. I'm just telling you the information that comes through to me. But Chinese medicine, the lung and the large intestine are a yin-yang organ pair. And the lung is the organ that allows you to breathe. Like we're breathing in newness, like we're breathing in the new air, the new prana, the new vitality. It's the first organ that the oxygen, the new energy hits. So it's the organ that really is on first defense. When I think about immunity, I really think about your lungs. So if you're really wanting to keep your immune system strong, really focus on your lungs. But on a metaphysical level, like a spiritual level, the lungs are taking in the newness, all the new experiences, and they're really breathing in deep and allowing all those old things, the old karma, the old stories, the old patterns, the grief, the sorrow, they're really being let go, and they're being let go by the large intestine. This happens on a spiritual level, on an energetic level. It also happens on a physical level. Like we take things into our body and we have to go to the bathroom and shit them out. So like we are really going through, like, you know, if over winter, if you didn't like shit out the things that you needed to, like now's the time to really get rid of more of it. And the earth is doing that too. So it's just important for all of us to know that we're going through all of this together. There's something very beautiful about every single person on this earth really having a similar experience. We don't really get to do that much. It's easy to be like the other, but we are all so interconnected. It doesn't mean that we all have to be best friends or we all have to hang out all the time, but just energetically, we all are affected. Like the choices that people are making on the other side of the planet affect us on the globe too. The whole earth is affected by the way that we treat her. So it's important to know that it is about the collective, to really think about other people and not just yourself. And also, you know, in a time where things feel so chaotic, like, you know, it's a crisis and everyone's like, oh my God, going into mass hysteria. It's so important. This is like, I've learned anything from having so much PTSD. I truly feel like I am a trauma survivor, and I still have a lot of PTSD, but I am better equipped to know what to do with myself when the big PTSD flashes come. So just like when you're having PTSD or you feel as though something's happening, it's so important to pat your body down, to give yourself physical sensation, and to look around and ask if you are safe. 95% of the time, 99% of the time, we're going to be safe. We're probably in our homes, like we have food, we have shelter, nothing's coming at us. We just are feeling the feelings of everybody else. And it's really important to stay calm and collect during these times because, you know, emotions and feelings and consciousness is all shared. Like, you know, if we're freaking out, if I'm freaking out, if you're freaking out, then we all freak out. And you can't make a really thoughtful, intentional decision from a place of hysteria. It just doesn't work. You really need to bring all of your energy and your chi into your core and know that you're not just a brain and you're not just a head, and it can be easy to get lost in that realm sometimes because we're thinking, what's next, when is this going to end, like what's happening, what's life. It's like we're really needing to come into our bodies. Like, know that your brain controls all the actions in your body. And if you're saying like, I'm scared, I don't know what's next, I'm tensing up, I'm freaking out, like that's what your body's gonna do. And now's the time for us to really be in our body, to be present, to really be present in the moment. We're being forced to be present in the moment right now because we don't know what's next. Like, look how much has changed just in a few days. I've had a couple friends who have been in Vipassana retreats. Like I have a couple friends who I've literally seen get out of their 10-day meditation and they came out to this, and I'm just like, holy shit, you know? It's like they were completely disconnected from the world, and they both said like everything was so peaceful and wonderful, and even when I got out of the retreat, it was so beautiful. Two of my friends that live on the West Coast both had this experience, and then they looked at the news and they were like, oh fuck, you know? But like their experience was everything was beautiful. So really look around and see where that beauty is in your life. You know, it's like, okay, you get some extra time with your family, the people you live with, your plants, your pets. It's like maybe you're going to be connecting with your neighbors, like shit that we just haven't been doing for a long time. So it's forcing us to really go inward. It's really forcing us to go inward. And I think it's important to go outside, like go take walks, like go to nature while I guess we still are going to nature. Take the precautions. I'm not saying to be foolish or anything like that. Like don't be foolish. I hold a lot of possibilities in my consciousness. Me having this video is not going to be about going into conspiracy theories or going into different galactic beings talking to me. I think at some point I probably will. But right now, until I really can hear a clear message, I'm not going to give out any information that I don't feel is purely coming from a place of my deep listening. And, you know, I too have had to process a bit of a shock. So as I come out of it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to remain as calm as possible. I'm going to be very grateful that I have a shelter over my head. Like, I don't know what tomorrow is going to be, but the thing is that I never knew what tomorrow was going to be. And you know, us trying to control everything really takes us out of our experience. And the whole point of our little beings, our souls coming down and having this human form is to have an experience. It's not to be like, how am I going to pay for that bill next? Or what am I going to do next? Or what's next? Or what's next? Or what's next? It's like we're being forced to stop, go inward, really like be with ourselves, be with the people who we share our home with. Like a home should be your temple. Like your home should be the place where you can recharge and rejuvenate and rest. And it's really going to allow us to connect with the community around us more. And the internet, as long as we have it, is going to allow us to connect to one another. I'm seeing so many really radical artists like popping up, and more collaborations and more digital like streaming. So, you know, ideas and possibilities are limitless, and we have really let ourselves fall into a very beige world and really have accepted that like we just follow this timeline. We're being really taken out of linear time of being pushing us forward, and we are being forced into be in the right here, right now, because none of us know. I can't say like, I know, I predict. It's like, I don't want to predict when this is going to end. I don't want to predict like the end of the story. I want to see really what unfolds, and I truly know that this earth needs to heal, and I know that big business is hurting everything, and I know that child sex slavery is hurting everything, and I know that factory farms are hurting everything. And if I have to stay in my house for X amount of months because these things are shifting and changing, then I'm grateful to be alive during this time. You know, it's like we're all here for a reason. We all incarnated for a reason. And as you sit in your house and as you sit with yourself and you're away from your job, I would really ask, like, what are you here to do? Like, what is your soul screaming for you to do? Like, do you need to get online and make like a video of you, like, you know, putting on makeup? Do you need to like go outside and like sing outside? Do you need to go jogging? Do you need to like start like being like having telepathy with your dog? Like, I don't know, just do whatever you want. Like, now is really the time to like think outside of the box. You know, to me, it feels like such an anarchist time. And I mean anarchy as in like not limiting our soul's growth and really allowing our true path to shine through and not being on somebody else's structure. You're going to have to give yourself structure. I will say that being a person who works for myself and I have been doing that for some time. I stay at home a lot. I work from home a lot. I do a lot of psychic calls from my house a lot, and I have to give myself a type of daily structure even when I look ahead and I'm like, I have no fucking clue what's coming next. You know, that's kind of when people start businesses out, and this can happen for a long time, you know, 5, sometimes 10 years, like running your own business there's a lot of uncertainties. And so now I'm like, well, okay, I'm just going to keep on going like I've been going. I'm going to get up, I'm going to make my bed, I'm going to brush my teeth, I'm going to choose whether or not I stay in a robe or I put on clothes or I put on a costume. I'm going to make food. I'm going to like get some work done that feels right for me. I'm going to try to be creative. It's like, you know, I'm going to exercise, and like that's how I'm going to do my day. So I would really recommend doing some type of schedule that feels good for you. If you need to sleep, if like literally you have been working your ass off for the last, who knows, 10 or 20 years with no time off and just feel like you've been worked to the bone, you may want to sleep for a long time, and that might be right for you. If you feel like you haven't had time to work on your epic novel because you've had to do all these things, like start writing. Like if you've always wanted to learn how to play guitar and you have one laying around, like pick it up. Like now really is the time to let yourself kind of like explore and really be with yourself. And I think that everybody could really benefit from that. Like, you know, as far as everything goes, like financially with people, like, you know, I don't know. Everything's kind of changing. And so I welcome the changes, and I am going to hold the intention that things are changing for the better, and that we're probably going to see a lot of things come to light that might break our brains, but I truly see our brains needing to be broken open because we have been so brainwashed and controlled for so long. And so I think like as a lot of information comes to you, this is what I'm doing. Like I'm hearing all these different like conspiracy theories or different like analysis of like times and different people's opinions. I would just let the information come in and, you know, take what's right for you. Take the information in that's right for you. No person should be your like ultimate authority. Like no person should be your God. There should be no one person that gives you all the answers. We all have a piece, you know, we're all bees of the hive, and we all have a piece, and you know, it's a puzzle. It's a gigantic puzzle, and we all have a piece of it. So take the information in for yourself, like really let it resonate with your own truth. Like do your deep listening. You are your own authority. You are your own personal authority. Nobody, no one person has all the answers. It's impossible. All of us together have a collective answer. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of things happening at the same time. And Earth is not the only planet in the neighborhood. So remember that even on this huge planet, all these things happening, we're also still not the only beings in the universe. So, you know, we're all going through this together, and I think that there's something really awesome about that. And make sure that you are drinking water, make sure that you are eating food, make sure that you are checking in on the people that you care about, make sure that you're moving your body, like stretching, exercising, whatever feels right for you. Don't just like, even if you need to sleep, like get up and stretch for a while. Like make sure that you're really connecting your head and your body together, because you're a whole being. You have a neck, and your neck is really important, and your neck is also housing your vocal cords. So now is going to be a time for a lot of people to really be able to speak out. If you have something to say, share it. You know, like you don't have to have all the answers. Nobody does. Like I definitely do not have all the answers. I don't want to have all the answers. It's impossible to have all the answers. I think the more clarity you have and the clearer you are and the more you listen to yourself, the more answers can come through that are right for you. So, you know, this is, you know, we're going through a time. Things are happening and things are going to continue to happen. And I think the next time I go live, I might talk more of the magic of things. But for now, just know that like if you look around and you see that you're safe, know that you're safe, and that terrible, things and tragedies are happening all the time. It's not like this is brand new. People are dying all around the world. There's a lot of like starvation. There's a lot of like war. There's a lot of that happening always. So make sure that you don't get completely like whisked up into the chaos tornado, and find your inner peace so that if something does come your way, you have the energy to deal with it instead of revving your engine nonstop. And then if something came your way that you needed to do something, you were exhausted. Like if you are given time to like be inward, truly take it, and just know that we are in really big times, and being alive right now is truly a gift. And I am grateful for everything that I have, and it really is putting perspective. All the things that I feel like I want just really aren't necessary, and that you can be happy on just such a little amount of stuff. And that the more that you're in your experience, I really think the better and the more vibrant all of this shifting will be for you. So if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me. I'm gonna do my best to just really stay in my deep listening and be creative, and really listen to the beings on the other side. And yes, yoga. I did a live stream yoga class. I got up, I went running today. I did a live streaming Kundalini class, and now I'm making some like mung bean curry. So, and I'm chilling with my dog. So I'm like, everything is all good over here. Let yourself, do the things to take care of you, and try not to worry too much, because, the answer, it is an unknown time, but it's always been an unknown time. So let yourself be in the unknown, let yourself be a little bit in the void. And, I'm thinking about every person out there, and be well, and blessings to everybody out there. All right, bye.